On this installment of Creative Cabin Fever, I have ShitKid. Now, I discovered ShitKid through Ben Lahan from Dive Records. There's a little venue in Waterford that's also a record store, and the guy who owns it has the best taste in music ever. So he let me know about you, and then I fell in love with this, and I had to buy it last month when it came out. Like, unbelievable. Stubborn Signs, I literally had on loop for 3 days to much the annoyance of
nice.
neighbors. I was like, this song is amazing.
That's awesome.
So Wassa, it's really nice to meet you. Thank you for doing the interview. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's very foggy Halloween night in Sweden, which is kind of cozy, I think. And I'm helping my friend move, and it's nice.
Yeah, and you've got a live stream tonight as well, where you're going to be streaming from Mexico. That's really exciting.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it's gonna be nice. 7 p.m. Mexico time.
Amazing. Which is what?
So 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
If I'm still awake, I will absolutely give that a watch.
Yeah, good. Where are you now?
I'm in Ireland.
Ireland. Oh, yeah. Then what is that? Then it's 1 o'clock for you.
Yeah, would be 1 o'clock my time.
In the morning. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously you released 2020, and the creative process for that obviously happened over lockdown. Now I've seen that a lot of your creative process comes from harnessing anger. Has that changed at all during lockdown, or is that still one of your driving forces to creativity?
I kind of think that, like, always when I write something, I'm in a really good mood, I think. But maybe you're referring to an interview where I said that I write music because I hate music, kind of. And I try to, with this album, I've gone back to like the roots of ShitKid, sort of. Or I've been recording again just at home into GarageBand, and because I made 2 albums in studio before this one, and but yeah, I guess now it's been out of boredom that I've made this mostly. But the songs have actually been songs that I've recorded like during the last few years. And then for this album, I wanted to make a pop themed album. So I just out of boredom, I went back and looked at all my old songs and tried to refresh them and make them more pop. And yeah.
It's amazing. And I saw that you learned how to do video editing during lockdown as well to make your own music video. Like, that's really impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to do something because my whole summer was canceled, and yeah.
Any tips for
me? Like the tips for you for lockdown?
No, to learn how to video edit better, because I really want to.
I think I'm not sure that like real filmmakers would think that they're professional. My videos, my tips. What do you say?
Tips.
The way I do it is always just I just try to have fun, and I want to make it easy all the time, like with music as well. Like find easy ways to make stuff and just be creative. Like if something is too hard to make, then I don't have time. I'm like, I can't do one thing for super long. So it's kind of, the videos are really do-it-yourself-y, but just made them to like have fun. I put Instagram filters on it, which always works and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, the technology out there is really user-friendly at the moment.
Yeah,
and
it is.
It's great. Now, obviously, everyone's missing gigs, and live streams are great and all, but I was curious, you obviously opened for the Melvins, which is incredible. I'd love to talk about that, but I'd love to know your top 3 good gig memories and your top 3 bad gig memories.
Oh, I should have written this down when I've gotten this question a lot, and it's so hard because, Hmm. You remember the bad ones more, kind of, I guess. We've had this gig at Trädgården last summer, and it was like Trädgården is a big place in Stockholm, and it's always very fun to party there and everything. So I thought we were too excited for it, and like that's usually the case, like that there's like something goes wrong, and then it just feels like shit the whole show because you were so excited about it. But like I'm usually, it feels like I don't remember those things too much, also because I always do something wrong on gigs. I always play the guitar wrong, and I sing the wrong lyrics, and so, but I've kind of like learned that that works too, and for the genre I'm doing, like kind of anything works. I'm trying to think of like my most fun gig.
I always say that imperfection is actually the true beauty. So the more you kind of make
Yeah,
mistakes, the more beautiful the performance.
yeah, exactly. And also it kind of takes it down. Or how should I say? Like it makes it not, it makes it less of a big deal, like because it happens all the time. I try to think like that. Um, Kind of
Okay,
trying to
so
think
what
of
was
the
it like
best one.
opening up for the Melvins then, if that's just
Uh,
easier?
yeah, I mean that was great. They had like almost only sold out shows, and this, you
Hello,
have a
he's
dog.
adorable.
Oh. He's really bad breath, but cute. Um, but yeah, it was really fun because they had big audiences, I guess, and it's also nice being a support band because then you kind of have so much less to worry about, and yeah, uh, yeah, it was really fun. That whole tour was really great, and like playing sold out shows is always fun because then you get the feeling, and yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's amazing. I always tell people to always go to see the support act before their favorite act because you just never know
Yeah,
who you're going to discover. Like I could have just
yeah,
fumbled
yeah,
upon you, that's amazing.
yeah, exactly. And we're really different from the Melvins, so yeah. Everyone should always watch the support band, really.
Agreed. Now, I believe you have a superpower in that you eat a lot but never get full. I was curious to what your favorite foods are.
Oh, I mean, I really like just Swedish like boring food, like almost kind of what old people would eat in Sweden. And I really love potatoes, like potatoes, just boiled potatoes, and like fish and peas, and yeah, meatballs, Swedish meatballs, and just like really regular food is what I like and what I cook, and yeah.
I love Swedish licorice and I love Swedish
All right,
meatballs.
licorice. No, I'm a chocolate girl. Yeah.
Now, I read that you used to listen to music a lot in your touring van, but obviously there's no touring vans now at the moment. So I was wondering what you were listening to at the moment and where you were listening to it.
I mean, I'm almost only at home. Um, so, I mean, I don't listen to a lot of music. It's weird. Like, I never listen to music when I'm going somewhere. And some people are like obsessed with always having, headphones. But I don't listen to a lot of music. I kind of just like get some favorite songs, like, and usually it's mainstream songs, like radio songs, sort of. Um, at the moment, I've been listening to "Yeah Right" by Joji. Uh, that's like one of my favorite songs right now. But yeah, I usually just don't listen to anything.
No, that's perfectly okay. Me, on the other hand, I have headphones on me 24/7.
Yeah.
There's always music in there.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's so different. Now, I have a favorite band of all time that I'm quite obsessive about. Their name is Bush. I believe that you are similar about Nickelback, or is that still a thing?
That I'm sorry. What was
I believe that
your
you
favorite band was?
Bush, but I believe you really like Nickelback. I was just wondering where that came from, or
Oh, no, I don't.
okay.
I probably said that as a joke, maybe.
I
I
was
think,
wondering.
yeah, I think Nickelback is. Well, she's asking if I like Nickelback. I probably said that in some interview then, but I know I used to learn, or I learned the lyrics for Rockstar by Nickelback, and I remember I was planning sometime to sing that on stage, like make a cover of that, just because it's so it's funny, like yeah, it's not really a favorite band.
This is now a funny
It's yeah,
joke,
more
and obviously it's out there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's good that people think that. It makes it weird, I guess.
Yeah, we all need funny things like that. Um, Duolingo is obviously in Swedish. I think it's your only song that's in Swedish. I think songs that are in your natural tongue are beautiful.
Yeah, or it's in both. It's the Duolingo
Yeah.
is in both Swedish and English. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're the only ones. So.
And how do you enjoy that process of using both languages? I adore languages. I speak 5 of them, so I always find it fascinating.
Oh, nice. Well, I mean, we just started translating our own songs into Swedish because it makes them sound like in the 50s they a lot of Swedish stars did that, like took uh, American famous songs and redid them. Maybe that's all over the world. I'm not sure, but and it makes it sound funny in a way. It sounds so proper when you redo them into Swedish, and so we just been doing that, and we wanted to make we didn't want to make an EP. We wanted to make more of a full-length album. So we just thought, let's do them in both languages, and then we have 8 songs instead. So yeah,
Yeah,
I always do that with songs, like rethink it in Swedish and sing it in Swedish.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Is there any kind of rules in Sweden with the radio play? I know in France, for instance, there has to be a certain percentage of songs that have to have the French language in it. So I'm wondering, is it the same in
Okay.
Sweden?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I guess I guess there is a lot of Swedish on the radio, uh, but it's kind of been like a trend for a few years, I think. To everyone's just moving over to Swedish. I guess it's kind of easier some way to be seen in only Sweden instead of all of the world, and yeah, so maybe I'm not sure, but there's a lot of both being written. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. And I really do think people should use their mother tongue more. Like, obviously, in Ireland, we speak Irish as well as English. That would be our
Yeah.
natural tongue. So I always think it's amazing when either,
Yeah.
they use their natural accent or they use the language. I think it's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, just curious to know, which of your own songs are you the proudest of and why?
I really like on 2020 ShitKid. I like Dream Sequence most. I really like the guitar on that one, like the do 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 do. Um, I was surprised I made it sound so pop, and was really happy about that one. Like another favorite that has been for long is Tropics, that I made already on the Fish album. I think that's been my favorite for the longest. And it's just because it's a little almost country-ish in a way. Uh, and I love country, like listening to and singing. So yeah, and it's
Yeah.
easy to remember the lyrics as well because it's just do what did it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you're really good at playing around with genres. You're really good at just having fun with music. Like obviously it's hard work as well, but you do really play around with your music. I love that about you. I find you fascinating.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I mean it's I try not to like think too much when I do stuff. Just do what I think is funny in the moment and like not overthink it, not overdo stuff. Try to keep it fun. Yes.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it, especially when you're releasing such beautiful music. You can feel the fun off it. You know, I think
Yeah.
a lot of our soul goes into our music. So
Yeah. Yeah, I think people today are very like they're very like focused on having it sound professional or in a way that's like I don't know, by the rules some ways. And yeah, I tried to not think like that. Try to like not think too much about what other people would think and like if it's bad in a way, but I still like it, I'm gonna keep it. Like yeah, to make it less pretentious, I guess, and fun. Yeah.
I tend to agree with you. It's like the live performance. Whenever you make mistakes, those flaws are actually what make it more
Yeah,
beautiful. Something that's over polished loses its magic. Like I've seen
I know.
bands,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
these bands are incredible live, and then they release a track, and I'm like, who even are you? This
Yeah.
sounds nothing like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
lovely.
And like people think you have a studio and all that too, I think. And almost like I don't know. Yeah. I think
Yeah,
it's funny to do it yourself and like just yes, if I because also like if I listen to a song too much, I'm gonna start to hate it and hear all the little wrongs. So I try to just like be done with it as quick as I can. And,
yeah, I understand that. And obviously, you do a lot of your audio recordings in either your car or your bunk bed. So, like, you're
yeah,
really inventive in how you do that.
yeah.
Um, for any audiophile out there, what kind of car was it?
It was a Volvo V70,
Okay.
but I think any car like because you know the sound you get in a car just when you speak, it's perfect studio sound like any car. I think probably like the newer the better. Like because it's just it's like a yeah, and I mean
Yeah.
it's a soft cushions everywhere in a car, so it takes up all the noise. Like if you sit in the back seat, it's almost like a real little singing booth.
Yeah. And that's an incredible trick because a lot of people probably wouldn't think to do that. But that is, in fact, exactly what it is. It's a sound booth, like that you have
Yeah,
easy access to.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It's amazing. Thank you so much. Um, yeah, I think that's pretty much all the questions I had for you. But just
yeah.
curious as well, one of the questions I usually ask someone is what was the first song you remember falling in love with? Because I think all of us kind of have a soundtrack to our lives. So what was your gateway drug into the music industry?
Um. Oh, I mean, I loved the White Stripes, and I like have always. I think that's my biggest inspiration. I think, like in general, even though I tried to make different genres. I remember like almost like the first song I played guitar to was "Fell in Love with a Girl" by White Stripes. Did I say White Stripes or did I? Yeah, yeah. I was thinking now, did I say Black Eyed Peas?
Also a
I
good
mix them up
choice.
sometimes. Yeah, those are also good. Uh, but yeah, so "Fell in Love with a Girl," I guess, is one of the first. And then I've always liked them because they make, I like melodies, like strong melodies. And catchy stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and I believe you were also in a girl punk band before you were ShitKid. I'm curious about
Yeah.
your musical past. Like, so what was their name? What was that like?
The name was Honeymoon V. It was we only had one show, and then the bass player got pregnant. But it was really fun. It was all about like my tampon fell down in your coffee, songs like that, and you got HIV, stuff like that. It was like just a man-hating feminist band that we could release some fury in.
Yeah, and that's really cathartic in itself. I was in a punk band when I was 16. We did 2 shows. There are no
Yeah.
recordings.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's still like 'cause I think that was still, 'cause, I mean, it was my first ever show, and I was really nervous, but I really think that helped me because that band was really just screaming kind of, and you really have to like get kind of rid of the nervosity if you're gonna, because you can't go up on that show and be like a little shy. You got to go all in, and I think it was a good first show for me, actually.
Yeah, that's amazing. And is there any tricks out there for any young aspiring musicians or front women or front men for that matter? How do you harness that power before a show?
Um, I mean, I think I always think about that like even when something goes wrong, it's, I mean, usually if you just act like nothing went wrong, people won't even have noticed it. And so that's one thing they can like think of, that even when it goes wrong, it's not, you will get through a show. Like I always say before a show, like the best thing is that a show always ends, like, and then you can party or have fun, and like it's not the end of the world, I guess, if it goes wrong. And yeah, just to try and like not beat yourself up when that happens, because usually when you do something wrong, you tend to keep on doing things wrong. Like if you miss out you miss the chorus or whatever, it's so just like try to be like whatever about it. I think is the easiest way to like try not to be so nervous. Just it's okay if everything goes wrong too. Like it
Yeah,
always works out in the end. Yeah.
and everything happens for a reason. And I genuinely believe like
Yeah.
those
Yeah. I
mistakes,
do that too. Yeah.
they're the cool stuff.
Yeah.
Is there anything you'd like to add to the interview before I stop filming?
Oh, I mean, I have an EP coming out in December. It's being named Crotch Rock, like the crotch and rock. Because in Sweden we call like there's a genre in music that's called crotch rock, but translated könsrock, and it's kind of like a Bloodhound Gang, I guess. There is just like bad words, sort of. So I was gonna make it an EP that genre, and it's 5 songs, and uh, I say like fucking in 2 of them, or like I use foul language, and that's the genre, sort of. But it's gonna be like it's rock. It's pretty much going back to the original ShitKid as well, recorded at home, and yeah.
That sounds amazing. I'm really looking forward to listening
Yeah.
to Crotch Rock. That sounds
11th of December, I think.
wow. Keep me in the loop with that one, and I'll make sure that it's
Yeah.
pushed on my end as much as possible. There is
Nice.
an Irish band, actually you reminded me of there, called Vernon Jane. I think you'd like them. They're a 9-piece.
All right. Yeah.
jazz fusion band, but they're really heavy and they say the word cunt and fuck a lot.
Ah, nice.
Yeah,
That sounds good.
I think you'd like
What
them.
was the name again? The
Vernon Jane.
Vernon Jane. Ah, nice. I think I remember it. I heard it sometime.
Yeah, no, they're amazing. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And I would urge anyone who's enjoyed this interview to please buy this because it's really beautiful. Like I love it. Love it.
It's really big. It looks so big with the... It looks like it's bigger than a regular one. Well, all the time when I see pictures of it, it's like, because the face is so close.
I'm just very small. So thank you so much for the interview. I'm going to stop recording now. Definitely keep me in the loop for December, and I'll make sure to play it anywhere I can.
Yeah, nice, for sure.
And best of luck with the live stream.
Yeah, thank you.